Hey guys, this is Spectrum of the Seas Singapore first sailing on April 11th. My husband loves the darkness of an interior stateroom. We are in room 7531. It was so perfect that we booked it for our next trip. It's on a walkway off the main corridor with absolutely no footsteps, no sound, no children sound. And when we were checking out, we were looking at the red linen bags and we realized that only one other room was taken on our same aisle. And a lot of people on my IG story messaged me and say that it looks nicer than QOTS, which I agree. I don't know if it's because it's just new or a better configuration, but the room itself looks and feels cleaner and bigger. I also had a boat towel. We always have our first day lunch at Windjammer, which is buffet style. The mussels were really good. And over here you see a Chinese beef, which was so good compared to all the amazing looking carving stations with the beef and turkey. Those look amazing but did not taste that good. And you can also customize your soup. So I always get it without noodles and with just a ton of mushrooms. When it comes to desserts, my husband makes the decision because we always share the same desserts. And over here he has a coffee bao, but this warm caramel bread pudding was so good. Dinner in the dining room, that yellow hanging thing actually moves slowly and we always have lemonade and iced tea. We had this escargot in garlic parsley butter which we loved on QOTS, and my husband also ordered an egg drop soup. They also give you bread, but we decided that the bread in the escargot is nicer. For entrees, we had a braised beef short rib which wasn't that wonderful, and then we had a wild mushroom risotto which was, a risotto, was quite boring, and then we decided to try out their pan seared sole which tastes like tasteless for Ang Mo style. Then we had the Mississippi mud pie and creme brulee. We thought that the Burger King mud pie was way better. He chose a teacup out of all cups for his champagne because we decided not to do a drinks package. Second day breakfast, he wanted it at Windjammer for Chinese style, and we would always sit at these bar-looking tables that would never be taken, but we can sit there and both gaze at the sea while we eat. They have many good-looking pastries, but they did not taste that great, and many different kind of eggs your way. And then for lunch, I napped through lunchtime, so we came back here. The pasta did not have much taste because it's very low spice level for the Ang Mo's, but the duck soup felt very authentic. It was very thick and very good, and there was also ribs. You can look out here on the sea. It's very tranquil. This one is those like square tables that are more easily taken. And we had this soft serve in chocolate. They did not have vanilla, unfortunately, and the pastries for the peach tart and the cheesecake was so good that we ate it all. For tea time, we stumbled upon 270 where you can view the ship's wake, which is where the more premium suites are facing because they have a better view. This place was so relaxing, but they will have game shows here, so at some times it will be a bit noisy. And then this one is dinner. We had shrimp cocktail. He wanted to try it and it was such a good decision because that was so good. And then we also had this beef or ham that was pasted onto the plate. There was this beef that was very dry and this mushroom, but it was just like a tiny bit of mushroom under a lot of spinach and potato. I think this one was the duck, which was actually very good. Oh my, the desserts were so good. The souffle was amazing that we reordered another one and I ate it all again. American breakfast in the same dining room. You can sit at different areas, but Spectrum doesn't have 4 dining rooms like QOTS, but their mushrooms is better. We ordered 2 and there was French toast and I was so happy that they had a hot chocolate choice this time round. We took a very long walk then. We were somewhere at level 14 to 16. We went to the sun deck. We went to the solarium, which is open, unlike China reports where it was supposed to be closed. I thought this was a bunny and then realized the mister is right.
Really? It's a frog. I see now.
You can have drinks from so many places, so our cup collection started growing, and this is him trying to put a leash and then spectacles on the frog. Now we have another view for lunch. For appetizers, we had cheese sticks and tomato soup, and every time we order fish, it ends up just tasting like dory fish. The entrees were not that great, the burger wasn't that good, but the breading and the mashed potato and sauce was so good. And then for desserts, he wanted to see what was inside the fruit platter. We also had strawberry ice cream, and this dessert that I have no idea what it is, but I like the sugar on top, so he cracked that for me. We brought our soft serve into the solarium to lie on the sun beds. He already finished his. No kids are allowed here, which is awesome. And it was so warm, cozy here that I almost fell asleep. I found my favorite drink in Sorrento's, which is the fruit punch with a lot of ice. They also had mango today. Last dinner, so he got me 2 servings of escargot and we had coconut shrimp. The entrees were amazing, all so tender. We had the biggest slice of aged prime rib of beef and also lamb shank.
Very well enjoy and small piece.
For sharing.
Okay, bon appetit. Alright.
Prettiest dessert is the pavlova, which is like a meringue, and we had their cheesecake because it had the word royal in it. It was actually quite good. After some tea, we went to bumper cars where you're allowed to book once each time, and I just really like to sit in my pink car. Last day of breakfast, they gave us a window seat where you can see the port, and I saw a lot of fishing boats, and I don't know why I decided to try the bread today, but this was the best scone I've had in a long while. And then we just had our favorites, and I had way more mushrooms again. So I hope you enjoyed this Spectrum of the Seas review. Hopefully you will join me on my next cruise adventure, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!